Hey everyone, I'm doing something a little bit different with this video. It is in fact a red carpet interview video with a brief introduction by me, which you're watching right now. Last week I attended an event at the historic Tivoli Theatre in downtown Downers Grove, Illinois. There was a screening of The Breakfast Club, which was preceded by a red carpet event for The Class, the new film by Nicholas Celozzi, which is filming right now in Elmhurst. Those of you who watch the channel may have caught my interview with Mr. Celozzi a couple of weeks ago. He's the writer-director of the film, which has been described as a modern-day version of The Breakfast Club. It's not a remake or a sequel or anything like that. It's an updated telling of modern, high school kids dealing with modern-day issues. There was also a benefit for multiple system atrophy at the event, so it was a packed night. I was on the red carpet, which was actually inside on the stage of this beautiful landmark theater, so it was very cool. I was at the very end of the line, which means the lack of preparation on my part really came to bear. A lot of the legitimate journalists and reporters who were covering the event had questions and notepads and things like cameras and sophisticated sound recording equipment. I had my iPhone and somewhat quick thinking. Not quick enough, as you'll soon see. There was some stumbling over my words, much as you're watching right now. So without much further ado, I do want to say one quick disclaimer. I am, in case you haven't noticed, I'm old. A lot of the cast of this film are in their late teens, early 20s. They've been in other things, many of which I have not seen. Stuff I probably should have seen because it's pop culturally relevant, but I spend most of my time watching movies and not necessarily TV. So TV shows like This Is Us and Cobra Kai and Julie and the Phantoms, I have no idea. So that didn't keep me from asking some questions about the class and what little I knew about these folks. They were all very nice. In case you're wondering, the celebrities up close, they're just people, as they say. I will mention one of the more senior members of the cast was pop icon Debbie Gibson, who is very sweet. She loves the camera, and the camera loves her, and she engaged with the press for quite a while on that carpet. And no, I did not ask her about the infamous Bill Hicks stand-up routine. If you're a fan of Debbie Gibson's, please don't Google it. Anyway, without much further ado, I will say this was a fun event. I hope you enjoy the conversations you're about to see. I got one or two questions with each of the performers. So yeah, enjoy, and also join me back on the other side for a couple of closing words and an announcement.
Yes.
You're playing a teacher in the class.
Yes.
What is something that the actors who are playing your students have taught you during the course of filming?
Oh my gosh, that's such a great question. I mean, in general, they just keep me really honest because young actors who are really good actors, their BS meter, like they can't act, the whole act, like no acting please. So they just keep me really honestly engaged. I mean, that's my best answer. I did like an improv mock class with them right before we started filming. And they came in character, and they gave me a run for my money. It was awesome. It was awesome. They put me through my paces as their characters would. And so it kept me on my toes, kind of thinking of new methods to extract out of them what I needed to extract out of them, which was really helpful going into the scenes.
Were you able to give them detention if they got a little too out of line?
No, I wasn't allowed to do that, but it's okay. They're awesome kids. I say kids, they're like 17 to 23. They're awesome young people.
Awesome.
Yeah, they really are. Great
Thank you
people.
very much.
Thank you.
So you were a math major. Now
Yes.
you're playing the jock character in the class.
I know.
Was it a stretch to try to get into the mindset, or did you find that there was a mindset to get into it? That sounded really bad. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I know what you're trying to say. It's not a stretch because at the end of the day, like in high school, I played football. I was an athlete in high school too. So I was around guys like Max, like my character, who kind of could have similar struggles that will be discovered in the movie. But yeah, I mean, I've been around sports my whole life. I was an athlete. I was the best being in high school. I was a scholar. I was in it all. So I think it's all those experiences helped me to create it.
So what drew you to acting as your chosen profession out of all those different choices?
So funny enough, I had been acting my whole life as a hobby. I'd been on stage. The first time I realized I wanted to be an actress was when I saw my sister do it. I was like 12 or something, and she was on stage performing, and I was like, I'm way better than her. I could do that. Everyone's clapping for her. Everyone's laughing at her. I was like, I could do this. This is for me. But ended up like pursuing, you know, the academically stable route, financially stable route. But I was like, my heart was calling to the industry. So I just, a few years in, I was like, I got to do this. I got to take the leap. I got to take a leap.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on making the leap, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right. So what's the biggest difference between the character that you're playing in the class and your high school, the way you were, the way that you were in high school?
Sure. We're very different. I don't know if I'm like Jessie at all, to be honest. I guess we're hard workers. She cares a lot about what she's working on, but I don't know, she's a lot more type A than I ever was. She's very studious, a bit of a teacher's pet. I feel like I was a little more lax in regards to that, but she's great. I really enjoyed playing her.
So what did you have to do to prepare to get yourself up to that type A level?
You know, I mean, it's all about, you know, our process and preparation going into it. I did a lot of research. There's some things I can't talk about that I had to research, but it'll be exciting. There's a lot of cool surprises.
Awesome. All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Take care. In the class, can you tell me a bit about your character?
Okay, so Casey, kind of a closed-in character, but loose in a way. Not in a way of, you know, just being like the loose that people would normally think about. You know, it's kind of like that. You know, I've been hurt before, so you know what you throw at me isn't really gonna hurt. You know, in a way. But she's trying to hide the part that would actually hurt. She doesn't want to open up in a way to where people can come in, people that she'll actually believe, you know, she'll let her hurt them. She doesn't want that to happen, so she's kind of put that part of her in a box and just let loose in another way of, you know, just being I don't care, you know, this is me, do what you want to do.
Was that something that you could relate to, or was it something that you really had to kind of study up on and figure out how to get there?
Man, it took a lot of me working on my freedom. Like it was a lot of things that I didn't know I had in me. You know, this character, I can't say it's much that I relate to her.
Maybe we're going to hit the clubs after this?
I have to thank Mr. Nicholas Celozzi for this too, because I really never knew that I could play off something like this. You know, the goal was for me to do something drastic. You know, from the This Is Us character and from me as well. I mean, just challenges on top of challenges. That's what I want. So I can't say there are many things that I can relate when it comes to her, but there are things that, you know, have come out of me during the filming, like in the middle of filming, that I never knew I had in me. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
So when you discover those things about yourself, is that now in your toolkit? So are you going to seek out roles that might expand on that in the future, or?
Man, I really want to do anything and everything, you know, anything I possibly can, anything that speaks to me, any character, any script, film ideas. I just want to go for it. So, yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Charlie, good to meet you.
Good to meet you, brother.
My name's Ian.
Ian, I'm Charlie, which you said already.
So tell me, you auditioned for the class, you got the role, you're filming right now. What have you learned about your character in the 2 weeks that you've been filming that you perhaps didn't pick up on in the script?
I thought he was just a pain in the ass the whole time. I thought he was this kid that was coming in on day one. I was gonna be all grumpy and not say much. But then while we were filming, it was just like he was like, what did I say that? And we were like throwing shit all back and forth, and especially me and Mr. Falk, we throw shit to each other all the time, which is like Anthony, you know. And I like that. I'm having a lot more fun with him than I was on day one. And you don't even realize that when you're on set, you're like, no, something needs to be said, and this guy wants to say it, and you go and you say it, you know.
And Nick's pretty open to that, and the entire group of
Nick is
like
awesome.
bring that stuff out.
Yeah, no, he talks about creating this environment where he wants to, like he has the script, he calls it a blueprint, you know, like take that, you know what you gotta do, but make sure you feel it, and when you say it, if you wanna mix it around, go for it, but make sure you feel it when you say it. And, or, you know, if you don't feel like you're saying what you want to be said, then say something in a way that you want to say it, you know? If that even makes sense.
It totally does.
Yeah, it made sense up here, but I don't know on there.
I got it. I understand what you're saying.
Appreciate it.
All right, well, congratulations on the film. I can't wait to see it.
Hey, brother. Have fun watching it.
I hope you enjoyed those red carpet interviews, and I'd like to give a special shout out to Danielle Garnier, who is the publicist for the class and who helped get me onto the red carpet and into the screening. You may have noticed one glaring omission in the lineup, and that is star Anthony Michael Hall. I did speak to him briefly at the after party and at the red carpet, but neither of those were on camera. Fortunately, I did get to speak to him a few days after the event, and you could stay tuned to the Kicking the Seat YouTube channel for that conversation. As a sneak preview, I will mention that those of you who follow me on Twitter and Instagram may have seen a certain something that I got signed at that event, and yeah, we talk about that movie. So, till next time, whenever that is, whatever that is, thank you very much for watching the Kicking the Seat YouTube channel. Please be sure to like and subscribe and comment and tell all your friends and all that good stuff. And I'll just close things out by saying thanks and take care.